Hey, you guys, thanks for listening in to this episode of Tips with T. On today, we are going to dive deeper into a deeper conversation when it comes to understanding the will and testament. Okay. So, um, this critical document can affect everyone at some point in their lives. And it's very, very critical that family members, if you have a family, um, to have a will in place. All right. Um, a will is a powerful legal instrument that ensures your wishes are honored after your passing. Um, so we're going today explore the components of a will and its significance. Okay. So a will is also known as a last will and testament. It is a legal document that outlines how a person's assets, properties, and belongings should be distributed upon their death. All right. The primary purpose is to express the individual's intents, ensure their legacy is carried out as they desire. All right. So that is what a will is for. Okay. I tell people as part of their financial planning, y'all should financially plan for your final funeral arrangements and also plan and have a will in place. Okay. So we're going to talk about some of the components, key components that you might see in the will. So a testator is the person that creates the person creating the will is known as the testator, um, or a test the trick if female. Okay, y'all. I'm trying not to butcher these sayings. All right. Um, so the person creating the will is known as the testator. Okay. So the executor is the person appointed by the testator to carry out the instructions in the will. All right. Then your will, you will have your beneficiaries. Your beneficiaries are individuals or entities who are designed to inherit the um testator's assets. Okay. And then in the will, you will have your assets and your properties. This is a comprehensive list of the testator's possession and how they should be distributed. And then you can also include guardianship inside your will. If the testator has a minor child or minor children, the will can specify who will become their legal guardian. So this document, y'all, is very, very important. It has your guardianships in there. It talks about your assets and your properties and who you want, your assets and your properties and what you have listed, how you want them to be distributed. It talks about your beneficiaries, like who will get these assets, okay? Also in your will, you can put if you want to like donate things to like nonprofits, charities, and things of that nature too, also inside your will, okay? So that's why it says like beneficiaries can be individuals or entities. Because a lot of people, when they do pass, they do tend to donate and give things to nonprofits or charities. All right. Why is a will important? One reason why the will is important, and it's important for you to get it done quickly and as quickly, like as soon as you feel like you need one, go ahead and get it done. Don't wait till like you get sick or something like that to do a will. Try to have a will before then. If you get sick and you still want to do a will, that's completely fine. But the sooner you do the will, the better. Don't just like wait till you get in older age. Try to have it while you're young and then update it as need be. Okay. But why a will is so important, it helps to avoid intestacy laws. Without a will, the state intestacy laws determine how assets are distributed, which may not align with your wishes. So what this means is if you don't have a will in place, and specify where your assets is going, your beneficiary, your guardianships, and all this other stuff, you will have to go, your family members will have to go to probate court and they will have to fight it out. And the government gets to decide who gets what. All right, and it may not be who you want to get what. So it's good to have a will in place. It protects your loved ones as it protects your loved ones. A will can provide financial security for family members, ensuring that they receive what you need. What A will can provide financial security for family members, ensuring they receive what you intended. Okay. Minimizing conflict. It gives clear instructions in a will so it can reduce the likelihood of disputes among family members. That's why I said it's the best to get a will in place. You can let people know who gets what. If you want to give them a percentage or something, you can state the percentage in it. You can state like a particular property, it can't be sold, it has to stay within the family. Blah, 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 blah. You can put all those type of speculations inside your will. And like I said, the main reason why I tell people to get a will in place because it helps to reduce conflict and to get it done as soon as possible. Get it done when you are like when you're young. Get it done, and update it as need be. And the reason why I say get it done while you're young or while you're in your healthier years or and update it when need be, because there can be a place to where if you try to do it like when you're sick and stuff like that on your final stages and you try to do a will and people don't agree with your wishes, they can go and contest the will and say that you wasn't in your right state of mind when you completed the will. So and then that can make you yeah, that can lead to probate court too as well, depending on the judge. So do the will as early as possible and then update it as needed. I know some people they go to lawyers and stuff and get wills done, and we're gonna move into the process of creating a will. So whenever you're getting a will done, you do need to consult a lawyer, consult with an attorney. Seeking legal advice ensures that the will is valid and um follows local laws. Okay. Um, Make sure you are identifying your assets, list all possessions, bank accounts, real estate and other valuables. Choose beneficiaries, deciding who will inherit specific accounts or assets and what um portions. So like what percentage that you want them to have, 50%, 75%, whoever else you can write all that in the will. Appointing an executor, selecting a responsible person to manage the distribution of assets, and then reviewing updates. Regularly review and update the will to reflect any changes in circumstances. That's why I said get it done as soon as possible. Once you grow, if your assets grow or your assets and stuff change, you can update all that stuff within your will. So don't just wait to the last minute and decide in your final days you want to get a will done. No, get one done as soon as possible. Consult a lawyer, and then that way you can update it as needed. Okay, you can always update a will. All right. So um, when you do it as soon as possible, and then you update it as need be, it can kind of help you to avoid the potential challenges of disputes among your beneficiaries. Make it known, have those type of conversations. Hey, this is the beneficiary, um, and just make it known so you can reduce conflict. Um, Make sure you are using clear language when you are writing these wills. Um, like I said, if you need to revisit when it comes to major life-changing events as far as marriages, divorce, or birth of children, make sure you're properly updating those wills, okay? Creating a will is a responsible and compassionate way to ensure your loved ones are taken care of according to your wishes. Consult with legal professions to create a document that stands the test of time. All right. So I just want to run through the basic of wills. I'm coming across a lot of people who don't have insurance in place. That's like I preached in the previous video. A previous video and a previous um podcast episode, and they did not have a will in place and they did not have life insurance. And these things are essential, guys, when it comes to your um final expenses, when it comes to your assets and how you want your assets to be given to your children after you leave, and if you want to leave an inheritance to your children. Make sure you're doing these things the right way. Consult a lawyer. If you do not know a lawyer, I have access to be able to refer people to lawyers when it comes to a lawyer subscription, legal subscription. So if you would like to reach out to me, send me an email. my email, or text me or call me. My number is 910-317-0396. You can shoot me an email at contact@mjfinancial.biz. There are legal services that you can sign up for that will give you a will for free, and it will update it for free. Okay. So long as you're paying their monthly subscription. So it's very, very cost effective for you. And then you can get other legal services because you are subscribed to their legal subscription. So make sure you guys you are taking advantage of these services where you can get stuff like this for free when you subscribe to a legal subscription. And um make sure you guys, consult with your lawyer, talk to your lawyer, ask your lawyer what they feel is best for you to do, so you can avoid um the inconsistencies of laws, and so you can avoid somebody possibly contesting a will. If do ask your lawyer, how can you cover all grounds so your will can be effective, and so your will can be helpful and beneficial to your loved ones after you leave. All right, make sure you're using clear language and all that other good stuff, like I said again, because not using clear language can be confusing when trying to write a will, or when it comes time to after your passing and trying to distribute your assets. You don't want any disputes. All right. So that is it for this episode of Tips with T. I hope I was able to give you guys some type of information, some type of understanding when it comes to understanding the will and testament, what it is, what it consists of. And I hope you guys will utilize this. Please, you guys, prepare for your loved one's future today. Um, Tomorrow is not promised to no one, so prepare for your family future today. All right. Um, and if anybody would like to be a guest on this podcast, feel free to shoot me an email at contact@mjfinancial.biz. You can text me at 910-317-0396. I would love to have you as a guest on the show, okay? Your knowledge, what you have to share, can be very, very helpful to someone else. But all right, you guys, I hope this was a very informative episode, and we will see you on the next episode of Tips with T.